Hello, and welcome back to Me, Myself, Help, and I, the podcast where we rummage through the often cluttered shelves of self improvement, occasionally knock things over, and try to figure out what actually helps us, not just what looks good on an Instagram infographic. I'm your host, Nikhil, Chief Investigator of my own slightly bewildering psyche. So let's talk self help. What usually comes to mind? Grind culture, hustle, optimize every second, wake up at 4 a.m., drink rock ale, manifest a unicorn, and write a bestseller before breakfast. Yeah, me too. And honestly, it's exhausting. My self help section is groaning under the weight of books telling me to do more, be more, and achieve more. But what if, and stay with me here, what if one of the most powerful things you could do for your creativity, your problem solving skills, and even for your happiness was to do absolutely nothing? No, I don't mean collapsing on the sofa in a burnt out heap. Though, let's be honest, we've all been there. I was literally there 5 minutes ago. I mean, intentional, glorious, guilt free nothingness. Sounds a bit lazy, right? Maybe even a bit self indulgent. In our world obsessed with productivity, doing nothing feels like a dirty secret. It's the opposite of everything we are told. Think about it. When was the last time you really, truly let your mind wander without a goal, without scrolling, without a podcast in your ears? Yes, the irony is not lost on me. Without planning your next meal or mentally rehearsing a conversation? When did you last just stare out the window or sit in silence? And does the mere thought make you twitchy? I know, it does for me sometimes. My brain immediately goes, okay, but why are we doing this? What's the return on investment on staring at the pigeon? Shouldn't we be learning a new language or optimizing our sock drawer? But here's the fascinating counterintuitive bit. Neuroscientists talk about something called the default mode network. It's what kicks in when your brain isn't focused on a specific external task. It's the daydreaming network, the mind wandering network. And guess what happens there? That's where insights connect, where creative solutions bubble up, where you process emotions and consolidate memories. It's not off, it's just working differently. When you're constantly bombarding your brain with information, tasks, and stimulation, you're essentially shutting down this crucial background processing. It's like trying to defragment your computer while running 50 high intensity programs at once. It just doesn't work well. And now that I say it, you are going to be searching up what defragmentation means. Please do it. Remember those aha moments you get in the shower or while walking the dog for those who have dogs or doing something completely mundane. That's not an accident. That's your brain finally given a sliver of space, connecting the dots you've been feeding it. So, the contrarian idea here isn't to ditch your goals or become a hermit, although that looks appealing nowadays, is to schedule moments of intentional nothingness, to embrace boredom, not as a failure of productivity, but as a fertile ground for your mind. What could this look like though? Maybe it's 5 minutes staring out the window between meetings. Maybe it's a walk with no headphones. Maybe it's just sitting quietly with a cup of tea and not picking your phone up, or many other ways in which you can just be with yourself. The key is the intention, allowing your mind the freedom to roam without a specific destination. It feels weird at first, uncomfortable even. You might feel guilty, restless. That's just the productivity conditioning. But what if you treated it like an experiment? What happens if, just for a week, you carve out 10 minutes a day for deliberate, glorious nothingness? No, it's not meditation. with a goal of enlightenment. No, it's not mindfulness with a goal of focus. It's just being. Could it be that the relentless pursuit of doing is actually hindering our ability to be more creative, insightful, and maybe even just okay? Is doing nothing the ultimate productivity hack disguised as laziness? I don't have the definitive answer. This is me, my self help, and I. After all, we explore, we question, we don't necessarily arrive at neat conclusions wrapped in a bow like many others, but I'm definitely intrigued. I'm going to try it. Maybe you will too. Let me know how your experiment in glorious nothingness goes. Or don't. No pressure. That's kind of the point, right? So that's all for this episode. Thanks for hanging out on my metaphorical shelf. Until next time, maybe try doing nothing. See you then.